And this is the road I decided to take the bike up today. This road will turn into gravel, and it is a plantation road, so I reasonably expect to see a logging truck or two. But I mainly just wanted an excuse to come out into a forest back road, so I could have a chat without worrying so much about the wind noise. But I can hear it whistling past my ears anyway, because this padding is useless. So just what I'd like to say about the Honda CB125F is, I can't even say that. I want to do this review on this bike, but I just don't know what to say about it. I really don't. I really like this bike and it suits my purposes. It can be a frustratingly slow bike, but for me it was a good first bike, but I also would have been just as happy on a Kawasaki Ninja 650. You know, if I had the money for it and a garage to park it, you bet your ass I'd be on that thing right now. Part of the reason I like this bike though is it is small enough for me to store under the house, which is, you know, it's, I don't think you could fit any bigger bike under there, that's for sure. But that's a stupid fucking reason, it really is. Like, this is what I mean, I don't know what to say about this bike. I didn't buy the bike because I wanted to go racing. I didn't want to try and straighten the road in the twisty mountains. I bought it specifically for roads like we're on now. I'm not afraid of riding on gravel on this bike. I've done a lot of gravel riding actually. I've in that 5,000 kilometres, it hasn't all just been up and down the freeway the whole time. There we go. So riding along gravel roads like this, it's actually what I prefer doing, and you might argue that I'd be better off with a trail bike. Why didn't I just buy the Honda Trail 125? Well, because it's twice the price of this bike. I specifically bought this bike because it's one of the cheapest things on the market. And it got me up on two wheels a lot sooner than if I had been saving my money for a bigger and longer bike. Bigger and faster bike. And the thing about getting your bike license in Victoria is it is expensive. It's $560 to do my 2-day learner course, and you have to hold that permit for a minimum of 3 months. Now I've held it for about 4.5. It's $220 to book in a check ride, which is like a supervised group ride where they just critique your riding skill, but it is necessary, and they make you wait a whole month between doing that check ride and then going for your license test. Now incidentally, I've booked in my license test for the beginning of September. That cost an extra $250. So just for the permits alone, 560 plus 220 plus 250. And that's without considering your bike, your gear, your insurance. It is really expensive to get up on two wheels these days. And that's why one of the cheapest bikes on the market really appealed to me. I've got a car coming up behind me, which is why I'm just trying to get ahead a little bit. I think they must have turned off. They are no longer behind me. This bike behaves itself really well on this gravel. I went for a ride the other week, or maybe 2 weeks ago now. And it was along Grand Ridge Road, which I've done 1 or 2 videos doing sections of that road before. And it turns gravel in the same manner as this road as well, except it had been wet and cold, and again it was a logging route as well, so these big trucks had churned the surface of that road up into mud, and it was a very, very challenging ride, but this bike handled it with gutso. I didn't come off at all. I didn't bother to have the GoPro on. In fact, I haven't bothered doing any motor vlogging for quite a while, because I'm a much better rider when I'm not worried about what I have to say to the microphone or where the GoPro is pointing. But I thought, I'm coming up to 5,000 kilometers riding experience on this bike, and incidentally this video will mark the 500th video I've uploaded to my channel, so I wanted to do something a bit, I want to say exciting, but that's not really up to me to decide, but a bit more eventful. And my 5,000 kilometer owner's review isn't a review at all. Like, I really want to do it. I don't know what I can say about why I like this bike, but what I can do is take you with me while I ride, and you can see for yourself the faith that I put in this bike to take me on adventures like this. Oh my God, these corrugations. Oh, get up on the pegs and let the bike dance underneath you. See, in my mind's eye, you don't need a big adventure bike to have a big adventure. Last time I came up here, this section of road was closed off. Let's have a talk about what makes this bike such a good learner bike. The ability to do U-turns on gravel, on wet gravel. I think I would actually rather go the other way, down towards Uram. Okay, I'm just reading the sign over here. Let's hit it. Alright, we've got 10 kilometres to go before we hit the 5,000 kilometre mark, and I fully expect still to be stuck in the middle of the mountains when that happens. You can lose half a day up here without seeing a sealed road. Road 4. ton gross load limit. Yeah, I think we'll be fine somehow. Ooh. Alright, now where do I go? I'll follow it around, I think.